Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Insert Name. Here, it's a podcast about nothing for nobody. If you take it seriously, you're redacted. Ha! Let's start the show. Hey,
what is up?
hello and welcome to Insert Name. Here, it's a podcast about nothing for nobody. If you take it seriously, you're redacted. I'm your co-host, Doug Bennett.
And I'm your other co-host, Seth Nacho, who will never be caught doing a high cortisol dance that Doug was just doing. I'm all about low cortisol.
Yeah, right. We all know you gesture max for the foids.
I gotta keep my cortisol low as hell. For the foids, excuse me?
Yeah. Well, I would hope it's for the foids. Don't tell me you're gesture maxing for the boids.
There's nothing that a chud likes more than hating on foids. There's no way.
So true.
There's no way I'm doing it for the foids.
So you say. What's your bone smashing routine looking like these days?
1 bone a minute.
Are you even taking enough meth?
Whoa!
All I'm saying is if your stack isn't in order, that's a form of gesture maxing in and of itself.
Let's just say I'm drinking enough water.
How are you ever going to climb the Chad rankings? Brother, we all just want you to ascend.
Oh, I hear the voice. Oh. I start floating.
Yeah, you would do some shit like that.
I'm not fucking sus, dude. I'm not gonna start floating, okay?
Well, honestly, the public doesn't agree.
Well, the public's wrong. They're dumb and
And you're gay.
yeah. Trying to channel my inner JD Vance. Go check out the Spotify exclusive premium content on this one. It's pretty spicy. Doug got a little spicy with it.
No, JD got a little spicy.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, not even spicy. He got a little zesty.
Yeah, I'm going to Zest Fest 2026. Hope to see you guys there.
It was a real Fruitopia moment from JD. Kyle, you remember that drink, bro? Remember back when Subway used to be good and they sold sandwiches for $5 and you got a whole foot? You rocked up to the fucking beverage machine. There's Coke, there was Sprite, but you could get some damn Fruitopia. Fruitopia, man, they don't make that shit anymore.
My nostalgia meters are going so high.
And of course, if you wanted to pay the extra 75 cents, you could go into the cooler and get the bottle of Blizzard milk. Who all in chat remembers Sobe?
Isn't that what Luke Skywalker drank? Blizzard milk.
No, I don't think the blue milk from Tatooine came from lizards. I'm pretty sure it came from the critters what the Tusken Raiders ride on, which were very clearly mammal livestock.
I don't think that was Tatooine. I think that was something else. But anyway.
Oh, no. Okay, you're talking about in the
Yes.
sequel trilogy.
Yeah, the lizard milk.
Where he was getting straight nip off a frog.
Yeah, he was frogging it, dude.
Yeah.
He was straight amphibian
He
milk.
said, give me that toad spunk. Funnily enough, same thing Mario said in Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Give me that toad spunk.
Yeah.
And then Toad goes, "Hey, it's me, Toad!"
Wow!
"Hey, Mario! Dude, I love the nostalgia of the Subway, dude. That just took me back. I do remember Sobe. I do remember Fruitopia.
Yes, sir.
What has life become?
I think we've needed a year theme for a while now, being almost 5 months into the year. Let's make 2026 the year going back. The year of remembrance, the year of nostalgia.
I mean, honestly, what it really is like what we say on the show all the time. And things were better back in the day.
Indeed.
Um,
That doesn't, you might think it does, but it does not contradict the fact that the sequel is always better.
True. Gaming news? even though it's not gaming news.
Yeah.
Cosplayers on Twitter are now posting feet on Maine.
Yeah. It's a long road that's been paved by other feet posting pioneers. I still remember back in the day when Doja Cat was posting feet in racial chat rooms.
What? Whoa! But like, there's this new thing. So you remember on Twitter, like, they came out with this thing where you could post like 4 photos and you click it and it pops them all up together.
Mm-hmm.
Now they got this new thing called an article. Have you seen this?
They've been had articles, but now
Yeah, but
people
like-
are using them.
Yeah, to like post feet.
Hell yeah.
And I'm just like, what's going on? What fatherless activities are happening right now?
Hey, don't be so. That's a gift. God has given us a beautiful gift with these feet articles.
Don't know. I don't know if I agree, but
Yeah, you remember when manna fell from heaven? This is that.
do I remember that? No, I don't remember that. I've read about it. I don't remember that.
Obviously, what I mean by remembering it. Remember the story.
Do you remember?
I remember the 21st night of September. Love was changing our lives
Bam,
forever.
bam, 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 bam. But yeah, dude, I think it's pretty crazy. what's these? No longer can you just see a cute photo posted on Twitter. Now it's like hidden behind an article, or you got to click on it and it never works. You know, like the 4 photos don't work anymore.
I think they did take that feature away because all of them worked for a long time, and then I remember eventually they kind of like the formatting broke on it, and I knew to stop clicking on them. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's not going to do the thing anymore.
Yeah, so it's just impossible to even look now. It's like, why are you even posting this anymore? Stop.
Yeah. A lot of these problems with Twitter, though, are because of what the current head of product has been doing. This guy, Nikita Beer.
Nikita Beer,
Yeah.
otherwise known as I Need a Beer.
Yeah, he clearly does, because if he had ever had a single one in his whole life, he'd be more chill and cooler. Every choice he makes is like, how could I make this product marginally worse? So first thing he did, there used to be 3 background settings for free users. You get stark full black, which is just as harsh on the eyes as stark full white. There used to be like a deep navy middle tone, and that one was perfect. It's like, actually, it's too expensive to just let everyone use this, so we're reverting that to a premium plus only feature. No, it's not too expensive, first of all. All you've done is make it so people want to engage with your website less. Good job.
Good work, Nikita Beer.
Yeah. A more recent thing that he did was
You know what his daughter's name is?
probably my dad's that's
No, I need a fart.
okay. Yeah. And
Thanks.
yeah, that child's mother's I got a divorce.
Damn. You know, marriage, that's the whole point of marriage, you know?
Yeah.
The divorce is the best part.
Yeah.
It just keeps getting better.
Well, like, how can you appreciate your real wife if you don't have a starter wife to practice on? Ask me how I know.
The trial run, you know?
Yeah. See, because here's the problem. Here's the problem with dating and romance today.
Oh, God, here we go.
So it used to be, back when the world was small and we didn't have social media, we didn't have the apps, we didn't swipey. Average person, male or female, not that many dates lifetime. Obviously, you must continue to date your spouse. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the pre-stage, the talking stage, the dating stage. You really didn't have access to that many dates. So you tended to maybe settle down a little quicker. Now, everybody has too many dates, okay? Some people date for a long time. I'm talking about years and years. And it's like, what are you doing dating 3 years and you haven't even talked about getting married? Well, you're practicing for your engagement. Now, another thing you see, a lot of people have multiple engagements.
What?
That's practically, not at the same time, not concurrently.
Oh, okay.
Unless you're Saikuno. But But it's all leading up to the first wife. Now, what do we see at each stage? You got a roster, so you're dating around a lot. You're practicing being with a partner. Now, all these relationships, you're practicing being ready for these engagements. You're practicing for marriage, okay? But you're only going to take one shot at marriage? You don't get any practice at being married? Are you kidding me? Of course. So, starter wife.
Yeah, we got the free trial, the early access.
Yeah. And don't worry, it only costs you about a couple grand, $3,000 tops with court fees to get out of that starter marriage. But then you know what to do when you're ready to get married for real.
Yeah, exactly. Holy shit. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't worry if your marriage fails.
It didn't fail.
That's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah. Everyone knows the first one doesn't really count.
Trust the plan.
Pretty sure they say that in the Bible.
It's written in the law books.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one's free. The second one, a little more serious.
Well, yeah, that's how you get people hooked. The first hit's free. Then you're coming back around to the marriage dealer. You got any more of them license?
Give me one with big tits.
Yeah. Fun fact, that is the number one thing that correlates to successful, long-lasting marriages is a female's breast size.
It's true.
Yeah.
I read a post on X.com where he said, the guy said, when I was 16, I wanted a girl with big tits, so I dated a girl. It was great, but it didn't end up working out. Then I wanted a girl that was something, and then whatever. Then I wanted a stable girl. Then I wanted a more exciting girl, and then I wanted a career-focused girl. And then it all came full circle. He wanted a girl with big tits in the end.
That's what any hot-blooded, red-blooded man wants. See, and there's anything else you can point out. Like, for example, a girl's got a big ass. It's because she's full of shit. Okay?
Okay.
That's just one example.
Okay, that's one example.
Yeah.
She's got big tits. She has a big heart.
Yeah. Everyone knows. The pee's stored in the balls. The heart's stored in the tits.
Doctor, we just figured some shit out right now.
Indeed.
Guys, this is a special episode where the boys we're going back one last time. Maybe more in the future, honestly, but we're going back one last time right now for one last hit, one last ride.
Yeah, but after this one, I'm out. One more time.
It's the last time you got me for this.
I said I wasn't ever gonna do it again, but I'd do anything for family.
I'm gonna say, I need you for this one more time. We're getting the team back together.
I'm not back. And then you punch me for a little bit. Like, you keep asking me if I'm back. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Yeah, dude. Whatever it is, oh, we're getting the boys back together for one last ride. I'm in.
Yeah. You son of a bitch, I'm in.
Exactly. Yeah, so we're gonna do.
Well, don't tell him just yet. There's still something you owe me. This is the whole reason I even came back to begin with. Before we can begin, I need my question. This bit is really good.
I love big questions. Please ask me something inquisitive.
He likes the things that are big.
Why did it sound kind of Italian? He like the bigger things.
I'm talking about sandwiches.
Boobity boobity.
Big sandwiches in his mouth.
Oh.
Make sure there's extra meat.
We didn't talk about Subway already. You know the Subway edits when it's like a foot long sub.
Whole foot got in my tummy.
Yeah, by the way, Subway totally gave up on being healthy, you know?
They never started being healthy.
But they now they have foot-long cookies.
The Fookie.
Huh? The what? The cookie?
I did it all for the Fookie. What? The Fookie? What?
I want a chocolate chip. Extra dip.
Shove it up my ass.
God. That was sus. Okay, guys, I'm not the sus one.
Kind of seems like a guy who thinks everything is sus is more susser than everyone else. You ever think about that?
You ever think about that's exactly what someone who's sus would say?
But it takes one to know one. You ever think about that, chat?
Chad, have you ever thought about how a sus guy tends to deflect to the other person?
I'm literally not sus. Let me point this out to you.
Okay.
Okay. So sus, suspect, suspicious. What else is suspicious? A guy that's on the down low. DL. Everyone knows exactly who I am. Okay? I have never hid any of my proclivities, not once on this show. So by definition, I cannot be sus because I'm not DL. I just am who I am.
You did say those feet posts were were a gift to God, a gift from God.
But we know this. We all know this and agree on that.
I don't know about that one, chat. Chat, roll the tape back. But yeah, bro. Okay, well, shit. How you doing, man?
Wow, that's a big question. Yeah, I'm fine.
Reasonably good looking, sure, but fine.
Now he's evaluating my looks, Chad. I don't even have to say it at this point.
Hold on. Let's see if I can find this real quick. Fine stands for something. Oh shit. Shit. Okay. Here we go. What does it stand for?
Fine is oh man, I can't put the word in the word. Freaky, intelligent, not educated. Oh, some IQ shit. Hell yeah. Chat, while he plays with his phone, let me encourage you
Okay.
to play with your whimsy and your delight. That's right. There's a place you can go every Monday and Tuesday night to have a lot of fun and be the first person to beat me to the second do a dance button. We're talking about twitch.tv/Seth_Nacho411, Monday, Terror Tuesday. It's a DBD, the chat's active. If you type in it, he will talk to you. As far as other plugs are concerned, you can find me on Twitter or TikTok. I'm really bad at DMing people. Unless it's, of course, Mr. Sussington over here. We just recently celebrated our year-long DMing streak.
Have we really?
And when I tell you that most of the time I DM him, it's just one of the stickers. Brother, that's being honest.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. It's go so far back.
That's okay. I can vamp for as long as it
I
takes.
know the E stands for emotional.
Emotional. A lot of people in this country today are emotional. There are many reasons. The economy's in shambles. The mental health crisis has never been worse.
Okay,
Are
buddy,
these kind of
relax.
conditions affecting you?
Relax.
They're affecting me. They're affecting my family. Please, son, call me. Call me back. You're upsetting your mother. Do you want to hurt her feelings? Do you want to send her to an early grave? Because that's what you're doing. She's very upset, and we'd like you to come home.
Call your mother, please. No, okay, well, I don't know. But yeah, anyway, I don't know. The question wasn't how are you? I just said that because I was like,
Yeah.
trying to come up with something. But how about this? Have I asked you Coke or Pepsi before?
No, you have not. And that depends. If we're just going cola for cola, I have to go Coke, even though I think Pepsi's pretty good. If we're going brand for brand, bottling company for bottling company, it's got to be Pepsi.
Okay, when I asked, I did mean cola for cola, but what do you mean Pepsi's better in terms of
So
brand?
like the whole product line. First of all, Pepsi's attached to Taco Bell, so
But yeah, are you saying that Starry is better than Sprite?
it's much better than Sprite, for sure. But you got to think about other things that Pepsi has in their stable. They have Dr. Pepper as one of their subsidiaries.
That is one of them?
Yeah, and they have Mountain Dew, bro.
Because I thought Coke, at a Coke restaurant, you can also get Dr. Pepper.
Well, I mean, Dr. Pepper is its own thing, but like, its parent company is Pepsi. But even if it's not, even if I have that wrong, Mountain Dew clears all other sodas, point blank, period. What do you know about that Code Red? What do you know about that Voltage? What do you know about, like, every summer they come out with 7 new flavors? Like, it's incredible. It's like the best. It goes like Mountain Dew as a brand owned by Pepsi. So Pepsi, by way of Mountain Dew, it stacks up to the best of other country sodas. Like Mountain Dew can go toe to toe with like Ramune. Like, yeah,
Okay.
you know, like fucking Mountain Dew Voltage stacks up against a melon soda every day of the week, and I stand by that. So yeah,
Okay. I mean, I do agree Mountain Dew's good.
cola for cola, I gotta go Coke. If we're going full sugar, it's really close because Pepsi's a lot sweeter.
Yeah.
But once you start breaking into your diets and your zeros, and on Pepsi side they call it max, Coke's Diet Cola is clear. They're like, we're talking about goated all-time beverages. Diet Coke, Coke Zero, they just mog.
Cherry Coke versus Cherry Pepsi.
Straight Coke. Honeybee. Well, they need to bring back the 90s labels for it, though, where the can looked all shattered on the outside. It was like, you know, it had that edgy, cool thing going on. The formula's still fine, it's still the same, but cola for cola, Coke.
Okay. Cool.
We know you're a Coke boy. as well.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I was talking about the other kind.
Oh. There's another kind?
Yeah.
What would that be, Doug?
Yeah, well, you prefer art, like so there's
You're talking about booger sugar?
there's coal, and then there's like spent coal that can be refined back into other use cases. That's the kind of Coke you like. He has a steam engine obsession.
Okay. I thought you were talking about like the Koch brothers, or I don't know where you were going with this.
Yeah, I had to zig where you zagged. Once you said booger sugar, I was like, well, you took the fun one. Time to bust out some of my industrial knowledge.
Don't have a boyfriend? That's okay. Don't have a girlfriend? Also okay. Don't have customers?
That's fucking a problem.
Yeah, we're back for one last ride, Chet.
Indeed.
We're here to talk about we're back. We're going back
Where we go back
to Reddit.
Back to Reddit.
Here we go.
So we've covered in the past 2 subreddits so far. Today we're going to cover a third. A classic one. All-timer, for sure. A lot of potential here for good stories. We're on r/today I fucked up. Truncated a Tfue.
Otherwise known as Tfue. And not Tfue like the streamer.
Yeah. Which, can you believe it? In the Mr. Beast games $1 million extravaganza, Tfue got eliminated during the Fortnite portion.
Wow. That's funny, because
Yeah.
he's like supposed to be so good, you know?
Yeah, he used to be cracked. Now he's chopped and unk.
He got cracked.
Hey yo. Hey yo. Hey yo.
I'm not sus.
Y'all see Tfue get cracked on Mr. Beast?
My God.
Jimmy
Yeah.
would never do that.
But yeah, so r/Tfue. And we've already got the best post to ever be made, right? This is
Yeah.
our top one.
So, Today I fucked up. It's pretty self-explanatory, but basically, I mean, they describe it on here as the community for the dumbass in all of us. We all have those moments where we do something ridiculously stupid, so share your stories and laugh along with the internet. Number 1 of all time. You go to top, you select all time. This one's legendary, and it's been legendary for a while. The title goes, I have officially branded myself as the biggest perv, and I 100% deserve it. So you want to go ahead and read the body here?
Wait, is this the same one?
Oh, no, I'm so wrong. This is the correct one.
Yeah.
My girlfriend of 2 years told me the music that I play during sex is weird and a major turnoff.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
It got labeled fuck up of the month on its original posting. So.
And we've covered this before, actually.
Yeah.
But those were back in the Spotify only days.
Yeah. Real blast from the past as we go back.
So, a little backstory. When I first started having sex, I researched into ways to be better, as I was a little stiff and pretty much had no idea what I was doing. I read online that you can play music and match the rhythm in order to put on a better performance.
Makes
Wow,
sense.
what a guy. You know, just trying his best.
Yeah, some choreo, self-improvement.
I searched lovemaking songs and started slowly creating a playlist in which I was comfortable matching the rhythm. Okay, no Marvin Gaye, I guess? There are a few songs to my playlist. However, there's one song in particular which actually happens to be my favorite, which he spelled with a U. This guy British? That my girlfriend hates and says turns her off in a major way. I don't understand why it has taken her 2 years to tell me she hates that song. It's a good lovemaking song with good rhythm. I feel the way I fucked up is I could have possibly asked her previously if she likes the playlist or any songs she'd like to add/change. But to leave it for 2 years thinking our sex life is great, but in her eyes has just been ruined by my music, has left the whole situation feeling awkward, and I'm a bit annoyed. Yeah, like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, I mean, 2 years is a crazy long time to wait to speak up.
I pretty much played this tune every single time, so the amount of time she must have not been enjoying it when I thought the complete opposite is annoying but also embarrassing in ways. Not to mention my previous partners, however, they never complained about the song, so maybe it's just her? It's fucked up, the relationship, to be honest, because sex feels awkward now. The other day we were having sex with no music, but I was still thrusting to the tune playing in my head. She recognized this and asked me to stop. I thought this song was perfect, and I always thrust along with the tune and feel it gives me a perfect rhythm for doing the deed to. I usually bust to this song, okay, and find it devastating. She hates the song. TLDR, she hates my love-making tunes and didn't tell me for over 2 years, making sex now awkward. Now, Doug, what is this song?
Yeah, so this is important context. The tune is called Cbat, C-B-A-T, by Hudson Mohawk. And, you know, imagine as much as you can stomach, but this is the song that will put you in the scene.
Okay. What? Such an irregular rhythm.
Yeah.
I cannot. How is bro's busting to this?
This is how bro busts.
I mean, so first off, is this Tfue? Is this fucked up? Is this today I fucked up?
It's not today I fucked up. I've been like, every today that's ever today, I fucked up on that today.
For 2 years I've been fucking up.
Yeah.
But like, my God, could you imagine as the woman listening to that song for years?
I couldn't imagine going through it more than once.
I couldn't even imagine going through it once. Like, if it happened, I'd be like, dude, stop. Wait, why is it? Never mind. Anyway, but yeah, like, you know, like, there's no fucking way.
Yeah.
And then to that rhythm,
Yeah.
bro makes it sound like it's like normal, like in the post. He's like, dude, I enjoy fucking to this rhythm and it's great and blah blah blah. And then all of a sudden you hear the song and you're like, what the fuck?
Now I will say, like, this was really easy for me to imagine. Like, and this is an old story. This is literally first year of the show type shit.
This is from 3 years ago, yeah.
Now, I'll say this. Because I could imagine it so well, I couldn't listen to this at all without heavily cringing. Couldn't get through it. Over the years, some of the shock values worn off. And it's now a very funny song to listen to.
Yes.
But I feel like, and this is not me, I'm not denigrating anybody who's like this, but I feel like in order to even approach thinking of this song as a bedroom tune, you have to have some kind of like social processing disorder. You shouldn't hear like the Space Circus and be like, yeah, I could bone.
Now this is a sexy song. Like, no way, dude.
This is like if the Insane Clown Posse was on the Artemis 2 mission.
What? Oh man. Oh, yeah, we can talk about Artemis, dude. But that's crazy. Like, Insane Clown Posse, like, and I don't even want to talk to scientists.
Y'all motherfuckers lying and getting me pissed. Now, usually with a post like this, we'll dig into the comments.
But I'm not gonna lie, that would be sick to see the Insane Clown Posse seeing the dark side of the moon. That would be pretty fucking cool. They'd write a fire tune about that.
Dude, next year's gathering is going to be on the dark side of the moon.
We're hatcheting the moon. What's up though?
So normally we look in the comments for additional like discussion on this.
Mm-hmm.
We would do that on Reddit, but today for this one I want to do it on YouTube because
Okay.
you know I just played the song off Hudson Mohawks.
Just be careful because YouTube comments do get a bit crazy.
Sure, but the top one goes, "That poor girl crying emoji." The next person says, even without the Reddit meme, song really does sound like a ruined orgasm condensed into a beat.
Okay.
The fact that the girl managed to recognize the tone just by the thrusting really shows how long she had to endure it. Poor girl.
She could recognize the rhythm when he did it without the music. Yeah.
This was my favorite one. The guy goes, no drugs, no auto-tune, no swearing, just horrible sex, fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji. And that actually got liked by Hudson Hawk himself, so at least the artist isn't on the joke.
I mean, is it really horrible sex though? That rhythm?
Dude, if something like that is happening, and you're just so out of the moment because you're like, oh fuck, here it goes again.
No. No music. Just the rhythm.
Well, at that point, you've been conditioned. So, I don't know about you, but like when I recognize a rhythm, I'll still hear the song in my head.
Okay, but imagine like without it, like, you know, like I feel like it's not that bad personally. I mean, you know, whatever. You know, sex is sex, right?
Sure.
But yeah, that song is not sexy. It's not. No offense, Hudson Mohawk. I don't think people.
I don't think he
should-
was trying to make it a sexy song. I think he had a concept and he executed on this. And then, you know, Tyler Life, the poster, he fucked up.
I think something has to be wrong. Something. Like, I get you wanted to get better at sex. You wanted to research, find some music you could fuck to. I don't know if that's it, Chief.
That ain't it.
And the fact that other girls have had this before and didn't say anything.
Does he say that?
Yeah, he said that he'd done it with other girls and they didn't say anything.
Oh, yeah, my previous partners. Okay, I missed that part. I do like this Reddit comment. First, you shouldn't be playing the same song every time you bang. Second, it should never be this song. It's absurd that this was even thought of, joke or not. No way someone can be this clueless.
I like that he engaged with it seriously.
Yeah.
Like, first, you should play different songs every time. Oh, thanks you, man. Gold for you, sir.
You, sir, just won the internet for today.
Oh man. But yeah, that is a classic. Do you want to do the next one?
I have one here that sounded really exciting to me. It goes, today I fucked up by obliterating my wife's fish.
Where's that one?
It was kind of down a lot.
All right, I'm just gonna let you do this one.
So title could go a lot of ways. You know, is this a euphemism? Is this a real fish? But let's get into it. It happened last night. Wife's 8-year-old, very large goldfish was passing away. Had dropsy, was suffering, and was on the verge of death. Wife and I looked into the symptoms, and there was practically no hope of him making a recovery. So she asked me to euthanize him. Looking into methods, it seemed pretty agreed upon that the most effective and quick way to euthanize a fish was blunt force trauma. He's not wrong. That's where my mind would go to. Now, when I was a kid, my family would...
I'm not gonna lie, I imagined he was gonna put it in the blender. I'm not even kidding.
Oh, that's messed
That
up.
is messed up.
That's messed. That reminds me, there was an art installation somewhere in Europe, and they wanted to like make a point about how humans disregard animal life or whatever. So they filled a blender up with water and let a goldfish hang out in it, like a carnival style goldfish.
Yeah.
And then they powered on the blender, and they were like, the whole purpose of this is how callously we disregard like animal lives and fish lives, and you could press the button if you're sick. And they had to shut that exhibit down because everybody kept blending the goldfish.
Oh my god.
That just reminded me of that. But back to the story. Now, when I was a kid, my family were huge anglers, and I was designated as the fish killer when it was time to cook them. Back then, I was told to slam them on the ground as hard as I could. Well, my 8-year-old body wasn't strong enough to kill them instantaneously, so I had to do it multiple times. Honestly, it kind of fucked me up a little.
Yeah, committing animal abuse, sure. But I mean, fish are a little bit... They're not quite as, like, cutesy as, like, if this was, like, a cat or, like, a dog, right? Like that would be horrible.
I'm imagining, like, having to do that to a chicken. Ugh. That would be so fucked up.
Yeah, like, and having to do it multiple times.
Yeah.
Oh.
Flash forward to last night. I didn't want that happening again, and I wanted it to be painless. I asked my wife to leave the room because she was very upset, and I chose to do the deed by putting a fish in a plastic grocery bag and slamming it on the counter as hard as I possibly could. The fish was absolutely obliterated. The force ripped open the bag and sprayed bits of what used to be a goldfish in every direction. Told my wife to stay upstairs, and she started getting suspicious, so she comes down after 5 minutes, and it's still just everywhere. On the counter, on the stove, on the fridge, on the frickin' Christmas tree we still have up. I was still finding pieces of it this morning. Wife was aghast and traumatized. Cried until she went to bed. TLDR, I euthanized my wife's dying fish quickly, but in the most visually traumatizing way possible.
So, first off, do you think you could kill an animal to eat it?
Oh, for sure.
Like, we were talking about the chicken.
Yeah.
You think you could, like, kill your own chicken to, like, make food?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, I find it easier just to eat the chicken out the supermarket and not have to...
Yeah, food comes from the store.
Obviously. I don't think I'd want to kill something to eat it personally.
I'm not saying you would feel good.
Well, no, but, like, sometimes you have to do that, right? Like, that's like a thing. That's how do you think we got here? But, holy shit, that is traumatizing. That fish, she had that fish for 8 years. That was like a family member.
For real.
And you fucking spilled its guts everywhere.
Kaboom. Kablow. Kaboom.
I was in my room.
Fish all over the room.
The fish was all in the room. I tried to console my wife. She didn't like it, so I had to... Good thing I didn't use a knife.
Now it's in the tree.
Oh man, dude, that's crazy. That is insane. What are the comments on that?
Yeah, well, absolutely a fuck up, so on brand for the subreddit.
For sure.
I like this one from Kaleidoscope View. They said, well, it died a warrior's death. Good on you, mate.
Dude, the crazy part is he had it in a bag, right? He hit it so hard, the bag broke. Like, what are we doing, bro?
Rookie mistake. Everybody knows you double bag.
You double bag. Yeah. Who knows you double bag?
Everybody knows that.
You double bag the fish you're about to destroy. You never single bag that in your life. I double bag my trash can. What do you mean? What? Bro, that's crazy, dude.
We got one here from Third Account, Please Don't Ban. And they say, that wasn't euthanasia. That was an execution.
I still like the warrior's death. Good on you, mate.
Yeah, there was one right under him. It's like, to Valhalla. Smashes the fuck out of you.
Like, why can't we just let the fish go down the toilet, man? Why can't we just flush them?
But, yeah, so that one was pretty, perfectly emblematic of the subreddit theme.
Yeah. So, the second one, top of all time, is from 7 years ago. It's called, Today I Fucked Up by Buying Everyone an Ancestry DNA Kit and Ruining Christmas. So, would you like me to read that one?
I could go again.
Whatever.
Okay. We might end up splitting this. Earlier this year, Ancestry DNA had a sale on their kit. I thought it would be a great gift idea, so I bought 6 of them for Christmas presents. Today my family got together to exchange presents for our Christmas Eve tradition, and I gave my mom, dad, brother, and 2 sisters each a kit. As soon as everyone opened their gift at the same time, my mom started freaking out. She told us how she didn't want us taking them because they had unsafe chemicals. We explained to her how there were actually no chemicals, but we could tell she was still flustered. Later she started trying to convince us that only one of us kids needs to take it, since we will all have the same results, and to resell the extra kits to save the money. Fast forward, our parents have been fighting upstairs for the past hour, and we are downstairs trying to figure out who has a different dad.
Oh my god. TLDR, I bought everyone in my family Ancestry DNA kit for Christmas. My mom started freaking, now our parents are fighting and my dad might not be my dad. Okay, update. Update number 1. Thank you so much for all the love and support. My sisters and brother and I have not yet decided if we are going to take the test. No matter what the results are, we will still love each other and our parents no matter what.
Time out. So before we get to update 2, let's talk about this fuck up and what that situation was even like, right?
Okay.
First of all, even if there wasn't this drama and everyone was just happy to take these tests and everything was just going to be hunky-dory fine automatically, I would lodge it as like a fuck up to make this a gift in general.
Okay, why would you say that?
Well, it's one of 2 ways, right? Either you wasted a bunch of money on a boring gift that confirms everything that you already grew up knowing and you say you're going to stand firm in your loving relationships regardless, or it turns into a bunch of baby mama drama.
Well, I was thinking everyone's going to get the same results, right? Like in the case where this whatever this happened didn't happen, like it was like everyone had the same dad, it's still everyone get the same results. It'd be the same ancestry, right?
Yeah.
So really only one person needs to take it.
Well, I mean, but that's like not even news though. Like your gift was confirming what I already knew. It's not like a fuck up from like a catastrophe standpoint. It's a fuck up from you gave a bad gift. That gift sucks. You're bad at giving gifts, and maybe you're not invited to Christmas anymore.
Damn.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, I think they were just thinking it was neat. Like, look, we're all gonna do a thing. But I mean, kind of a dumb gift, for sure. Crazy that it resulted in mom and dad fighting about this. Why are they even fighting? I mean, how has this not been settled already?
What's even crazier...
Why is this a secret? Why have they not told everyone that they're dead?
I mean, what's even crazier, or just as crazy rather, is this guy started this, and his reaction is not to be present in the moment, not to fake... He goes and writes a Reddit post. Reddit, what did I do? Am I the asshole?
I mean, you gotta be for real though. I mean, this is Reddit, we're talking about.
True.
We're looking at people that use this shit.
So, that's just some situational analysis. Do you want to roll into the second update now?
Yeah. So, update number 2, Christmas isn't ruined.
Yeah, baby!
Woo!
That's what what I've been waiting for.
My fuck up actually turned into a Christmas miracle. Turns out my sister's father passed away shortly after she was born. A good friend of my mom's was able to help her through the darkest time in her life, and they went on to fall in love and create the rest of our family. They never told us because of how hard it was for my mom. Last night she was strong enough to share stories and photos with us for the first time, and it truly brought us even closer together as a family. This is a Christmas we will never forget, and yes, we were all excited to get our test results. Merry Christmas, everyone. P.S. Sorry my mom isn't a whore. No, you're not my daddy. So that's kind of wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, happy ending.
Mostly. There's no third update, which is curious. Obviously, this was 7 years ago. The test results have come back.
Oh, dude, they're not going to update us on the test results.
Okay. That's the kind of thing that, I mean, I'd want to see.
That's the kind of thing you'd be interested in, because you love history and ancestry. You probably want to know.
Yeah.
But I think I like they got mom to talk about her trauma in a safe environment. You know, it's pretty sweet.
I mean, ultimately it did work out for what seems like the best.
So not a true fuck up in the end. You know. So does it belong on the subreddit? Get out of here. No, I'm kidding.
Right up until the happy ending, I thought it was on brand. But
For sure. Comments on this? Is there any comments? No, not any good ones.
No, it's mostly people either being like, "Wow, that's crazy," or
I like-
"Yeah, similar thing happened to me."
I like deleted user said one word to describe this. Oof.
Ooh.
And then I imagine some people were calling them daddy. Where it's like, I'm your daddy.
Yeah. Because where else does that come from, right? If you want to join me, I think we have time for one more. It should be number 12 of all time.
What's it called?
Today I fucked up by stuffing my face with edibles before dinner with my wife's parents.
All right, here. This is a long one.
Yeah.
You want to split it again?
I think that's appropriate.
All right, you just give me the finger. Go
All
ahead.
right. Recently, I traveled to Denver, Colorado with my wife and my wife's parents. You should call them your in-laws, but this is a Redditor. As a resident of a non-legalized state, and as someone who's way too much of a pussy to regularly buy illegal drugs, the thing I was looking forward to the most was the chance to buy fancy legal weed. What could possibly go wrong? So the first thing I do upon arriving and successfully ditching the in-laws, there he goes, is drag my wife to a nearby dispensary for a shopping spree, and oh my god, it was just like in my dreams. Tons of different options in neat little sample jars and a team of helpful stoners walking me through the various strains. Are you looking for a mellow body high? Or do you want something that gives you a bit more pep and energy? Or are you just hoping for something light to take the stress off?
Oh. Yes, and yes! I replied eagerly, like a fat kid in a candy store, and requested an 1/8 ounce of about 7 different options. In hindsight, if I learned anything from this experience, it is that my math and science teachers never taught me basic information, like what is an ounce, or how much weed can a person consume in a single weekend. Sure, I can tell you when 2 speeding trains leaving separate stations will collide or recite Avogadro's number, but it turns out that none of that information is particularly relevant to getting high in a responsible and efficient manner. It was at the dispensary that I also learned that you can't actually smoke in public places, including the hotel that my wife and I were staying at. As a result, before leaving, I begged my wife to buy some edibles that I could munch on until we found a place to properly get lit. After expressing shock as to the absurd volume of drugs that we were buying, unlike me, she is the product of private school and understands the imperial measurement system, she relents and we walk out of the store with what felt like a dump truck of weed, plus a small package of seemingly innocuous ginger snap cookies. When we finally get back to the hotel room, I tear those bad boys open, only to find about a dozen tiny cookies roughly the size of a quarter. What the fuck, Denver? Seeing the skepticism and hunger in my eyes, my wife warns me that I should go easy and look at the back of the package but first before trying one.
Dose size One half cookie. I read silently as I started taking micro bites from the edges like a giant chinchilla gnawing on a sunflower seed. But what kind of savage only eats half a cookie? So a second later, I covertly popped the remainder into my mouth. Quick pause here. This guy fucking loves to see himself type.
Dude, this guy took creative writing. Yeah, I do.
This guy, I can guarantee you that he goes to open mic nights and tells this story, and nobody likes it. I'm enjoying it so far. But
Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. It's a very funny concept with the title, but the writing in here, he's very he's using figurative language and all this, but in such a way that it's pretentious.
Yeah, I think he was still high when he wrote this.
Okay.
Quickly, I stuff another 2 cookies into my mouth for good measure the moment my wife turns her back. This guy.
Yeah, he's clearly never,
Anyway, we might not have legal weed back home, but I routinely devour an entire package of Milanos in one sitting without breaking a sweat. Your move, tiny ginger snaps. About 30 minutes later, we're in the backseat of her parents' rental car on the way to dinner, and that's when things start to go tits up.
Okay.
My stomach growls loudly and angrily. My wife looks at me with inquisitive eyes that seem to say diarrhea, but I merely clutch my tummy and mumble something about altitude sickness. You didn't eat a whole cookie, did you? She asked, 10% in genuine concern and 90% in seething irritation. Of course not, I respond, avoiding eye contact for the remainder of the car ride.
You know what this is sounding like? It sounded like a practice marriage. This sounds like the first one.
My man.
Doesn't it?
A few minutes later, we are climbing out of her parents' rental car and heading into some trendy farm-to-table restaurant. I don't remember how I made it to my seat, and I don't remember even looking at the menu, but I do remember the concerned look on the waiter's face when he asked me if I was doing all right.
Here we go. Keep it together, man, I say to myself, but my wife's sudden groan suggests that I may have also said that to the waiter. Things are going downhill fast. The waiter nods sympathetically, takes our order, and then heads to the next table. The moment he walks away, my wife is staring daggers at me. I start to worry that the jig is up. You are sweating from your entire face, she says, with both pity and disgust. Not quite knowing what to do, I reach for my napkin and proceed to blot my cheeks, nose, neck, chin, and forehead. That's very descriptive. At this point, my wife's mom looks over at me with some concern. Are you all right? She asks kindly. Yeah, the food's just a bit spicy, I reply, far too quick to realize that we had literally just ordered and that there is nothing on the table except for a basket of dinner rolls. My wife kicks me under the table to grab my attention. Bathroom, now, she hisses. Get it together, I reluctantly get up from the table and head for the toilet. After splashing several handfuls of water on my face, I approach a urinal and start to pee. Now, one of the most disconcerting effects of those tiny ginger snap monsters is the feeling that time has become untethered from reality. As I am peeing, I start to get the very unsettling feeling that I have been taking a piss for the better part of an hour and that my wife must be pacing around the restaurant worried about me. But deep down I know that is absurd. I've been peeing all my life, sometimes multiple times a day. I've probably taken more than 50,000 leaks, and it usually only takes about a minute at most. So given that my typical pee is no more than 60 seconds, and given that it feels like I'm about halfway done, that means that I've probably only been standing here about 30 seconds, right? But the guy at the urinal next to me doesn't respond, and instead starts shuffling away from me midstream like a startled penguin. I try, albeit unsuccessfully, to break eye contact. What the fuck?
Dude.
Was he saying this to the guy at the urinal next to him?
Dude's tweaking.
Dude, he's so high, dude. You go next.
After finishing, I again splashed some water on my face and returned to my seat, making sure to apologize to the table for being gone such a long time, just in case my math was off.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't know about you. He clearly wasn't using his calc.
This guy, yeah, that's slang for calculator. Chat, that's slang for calculator. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, only a literal genius could do math that fast. Otherwise, you need a calc. Which, if you never heard that before, it's slang for calculator. Next, I try briefly to engage in small talk with my wife's father, but I'm far too high to understand what either of us are saying. Not wanting to start laughing uncontrollably at the wrong moment, or really at any moment, I figured the safest idea is to nod my head periodically and drink a ton of water. Nothing cures mental fatigue like water, right? To my wife's horror, I stand up, grab my water glass, and thrust it out to the waiter, who unfortunately is on the opposite side of the restaurant. But he turns out to be really cool, and after making his way over to our table, tells me he'll do his best to keep me stocked with ice water for the rest of the meal. He also helpfully suggests that if the dinner rolls aren't too spicy for me, I should probably eat one or two so I'm not sitting there on an empty stomach. Smart man.
Jesus Christ.
However, after going through all of the bread on the table and 3 glasses of water, I start to get worried that I need actual food to offset the growing paranoia from those tiny ginger snap devils. Do you think I should flag down the waiter again and ask what's taking so long? I suggest helpfully to my wife. What? We literally just ordered 3 fucking minutes ago. And at that exchange, my wife loses her cool. How many cookies did you eat? She demands. Whoa, easy there, Torquemada. I respond, somewhat horrified at her response. Bomb drop. Bury the lead. This guy's Mexican.
Oh! He's never done weed? I'm kidding.
Yeah, we're just having fun, folks. I had a few cookies, but kept it down. I had a few cookies, but keep it down. I don't want your parents to know how fucked up I am right now. Really? They're sitting 2 feet away from you. They know. I look up and for the first time notice both of my in-laws just staring at me for what felt like an eternity. TLDR, ate way too many edibles on a trip and wigged out at dinner with wife and my parents.
I'm going to skip the edit, but I'm going to go. As for part 2 of the story, there's a reason, or technically 3 delicious reasons why it was cut short. At that point, my wife's singular focus was on getting me out of the restaurant before I either puked all over the table or pissed myself, or an unsightly combination of both. How? He just pissed. So after a few spastic 2-handed waves goodbye to my in-laws, she rushed me to the door like a Secret Service agent evacuating the president. My night after that was a whirlwind of barfing and groveling, mixed with a few vain attempts at getting handsy back in the hotel room. Oh. But being the absolute awesome sweetie that she is, my wife stuck with me through the whole nightmare, whispering over me, or please don't die, we have a mortgage. You know what? Maybe this wasn't a practice marriage.
No. Holy shit balls credit. This wife is epic sauce.
Bro. Dude, you know what this is? I mean, first of all, we talked about how this guy clearly took a creative writing class or whatever. This is a guy's first time getting high story.
Honestly, yeah.
And those are pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy those.
Yeah. Because there's like, there's like common threads to all of them, but also every story is unique at the same time.
Every story is unique, but like you can see it.
Yeah.
Because you're like, yeah, dude, I remember my first time getting high, whatever. So like that's like such a, it's very, they're fun. I enjoy them. And so you know what? Even though the guy wrote like that, he seems like a down to earth guy in the end. I thought it was actually pretty good.
I'm thinking he gets gold.
I am thinking he did fuck up though.
Oh, for sure.
He definitely fucked up.
For sure.
What was the first thing he fucked up on?
The first thing, by going into a trip, being like, I'm going to do this thing that I just don't do. And he talked about being too pussy to buy weed at home. And so that means that he probably doesn't use weed a lot. And he's just full tourist, not only to Denver, Colorado, but tourist to the activity.
Yeah. Second of all, he bought way too much. He could have just bought those cookies. Instead he bought however many eighths of an ounce of whatever. He bought so much weed. There's no way you're taking that home.
Yeah.
Just cross state lines, bro?
For the uninitiated, it would depend on how it was cured or whatever. But an eighth of weed, probably about that by that, if you line it up. So to buy 7/8, 6 7/8.
6, 7, 8, 9?
An ounce bag, that's a gallon Ziploc. Okay? That's how much weed this guy bought. And then he was like, give me the edibles. Which metabolize completely differently. Fun fact about why edibles hit different. It's the way that your body processes it. It's already been decarbed. You get high from weed that you smoke by decarbing the weed with your lighter. Now, an edible, you've already decarbed the weed to make it fat soluble and goes in you. But then when your body metabolizes that, it metabolizes it in a much more similar way to like a psychedelic substance. So that's why the dosages are so small. Half of a tiny cookie was probably still too much for this guy.
Probably so.
And then so this guy like 6x the recommended dose as somebody who doesn't have his sea legs.
Right. Like, I imagine he was like pale. He was probably looking so sick at that table.
Oh,
He was greened out.
faux show.
And just trying to talk to, like, your wife's parents. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, when he was talking about pissing and just being in there forever, I was like, damn, bro. Like, first of all, why are we talking about pissing for this long? But that is pretty funny. Like, as a getting high story, it's funny.
Oh my gosh. A classic part of being too high is like coming to terms with everything in a bathroom.
Coming to terms with everything. This is a toilet, and this is a sink. And
Well, just like, what have I gotten myself into? Is this forever?
oh, you mean like you have your moment? Yeah, dude. Because like, yeah, that is actually a thing. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you go up to the mirror and like your eyes are black holes.
And that's like any substance.
For sure.
Like any substance you're on, there's always that moment where you have that coming to terms with shit in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Why is it always the bathroom?
Well, because you're coming to terms with shit.
Well, okay, haha. But I think it's because that's like where you get that moment of solitude,
Yeah.
right? That's like, because no
Unless you're making uninterrupted eye contact at the urinal.
yeah, like what the fuck was that detail? That was weird. Was he asking the guy in the stall those questions? Like, what's going on? But yeah, like, I think it's because the bathroom is usually where you have your moment of solitude, like where you're like, okay, process time. What's going on?
How quickly can I reset?
There's like a meme like that, of like the dude just like looking around and all the stuff.
Mr. Krabs, the crab
Yeah,
squirrel.
yeah. And then I for some reason I thought of the Akira meme. Akira! Oh, get out of my head! I'm not I! Akira!
But yeah. Honestly, out of all the ones we talked about today, I think this should be the top vote of all time. This is a classic today I fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, I still think the other one.
The Seabout one's bad. Don't get me wrong.
That might deserve to still be the top.
But yeah, obviously,
Some comments here.
if you want.
I like this one. Is it the visual of OP standing up to have water poured into his glass from a waiter across the restaurant got me, and so did him linking his sweaty face to the spiciness of the bread. Phenomenal read from start to finish. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Well, I guess this might have been back when like Denver first, like Colorado first got it and stuff. Because somebody said like, "Oh, this happens to all my out of town friends" or whatever. But yeah, that was pretty crazy, dude.
So good stuff. Obviously, they're pumping out new content every day. So if you like disaster stories, highly recommend r/Tfue. Thanks for hanging in with us on another Reddit episode that we will surely never do this again.
Yeah, like two boys reading Reddit together. That's crazy.
God, yeah. Fellas, is it appropriate for two men to read Reddit stories together?
Am I the asshole?
Should you, as a man, be reading Reddit stories with your boys?
Yeah, and like, is it okay for two men to watch a movie together? Like, imagine like,
There's one thing that two men can do. Let's go shopping.
let's go shopping. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Go ahead and get me out of here, bro.
Yeah. Well, you've already promoted for me earlier.
Do it again.
Twitch.tv/Seth_Nacho411. Check it out. Check out the lives. And then besides that, yeah, we'll never do another Reddit episode. There's no way.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if you ask nicely.
There's no way, right?
It might matter if you ask meanly.
Oh my god.
You say you better do another Reddit episode or I'm going to make you kiss my feet. Seth might do it then.
Kiss my dirty liberal feet with your soft MAGA lips. Don't make me do it.
Not dirty feet, well pedicured, pampered toes.
With white nail
With
polish.
your rough mega lips.
With your and your dip stained teeth and your Okay. Anyway, yeah. Well, who knows if this will ever happen again? Stay tuned.
Yeah, that's all you can do. Over here, you already know it's your boy Doug B. Get at me where you at me. If you can't, and you still didn't figure out what my P.O. box is, just go to like the geocaching website and hide something for me and say this is just for Doug Bennett. If you're not Doug Bennett, scroll up. And then I'll be the only one that goes and looks for that geocache and you can communicate with me via that.
What a crazy way to communicate through a geocache.
Hey, they couldn't figure out how to at me. They couldn't figure out what my P.O. box is. I'm running out of ideas.
we're communicating through geocache.
In terms of a parting shot, I want you to go read a little short thing, a little thing that you might have read before, but I want you to read it again. I want you to reread or read for the first time Plato's Allegory of the Cave. It's always a good one to go back to and revisit. Just get the wheels spinning a little bit. Do some thought specifically about Plato's Allegory of the Cave and kind of what it means for modern life and the way the world's headed. So that's what I got for you this week. So some of us are reading, some of us are caving. I'm going to be on the geocache forums. I'm expecting some action on that call to action. So I'm doing all that, Seth's doing his thing, and you got to do what you always got to do, which is carry water, chop wood, and most importantly,
shoot shiose.
I shit don't wanna wait till we get home, so we can do it here at the disco. At the disco. At the disco. Whoa, I shit don't wanna wait till we get home, so we can do it here at the disco. I shit don't wanna wait till we get home, so we can do it here at the disco. Whoa. At the disco. I wanna wait till we get home.